If you have been living under a rock, Car Parking Multiplayer 2 was released a couple of days ago. It's a new game, created by the same people that made the Car Parking Multiplayer you have played before. This new game supposedly have better graphics, physics, and details. But does it? Really? To put that to test, I'm going to put these two games side by side, toe to toe, head to head,
Jesus is Lord!
to see which one is actually better.
It's about to go down.
To start off, we're going to go at the speed of 150 km per hour and then scratch the car on the wall. For this car dense test, I decided to use the Nissan GT-R R34, and I drove along the wall to the parkings on Lighthouse in City 1. This is what the car in both games looked like after all that scratching. CPM 2 being on the left side and CPM 1 being on the right side. CPM 1 looks more dented than CPM 2. However, both games are nowhere close to being realistic. So CPM 1 wins this one. For the car crash test, I decided to use the Honda Civic. In both games, the car was going at 100 kilometers per hour. In CPM 2, the car was not damaged at all. And in CPM 1, we can see that the car was severely dented. I then took the car to a different map and drove faster, because the reason it might not have been damaged is because I was only going 100 kilometers per hour. But I could be wrong. The car remained without any damages, except that the front torch on the left side of the car was pushed in, and the windows on the car were cracked. So, CPM 1 gets another point for having better crash damages. When it comes to graphics, Car Parking Multiplayer 2 is on a whole different level because you'd think that it's a PC game if no one told you it was on mobile. The sun glare is giving Vice City vibes. Here are some pictures I took earlier inside the game. CPM 2 gets a point for having better graphics. The details in CPM 2 are top-notch. When the car gets dirty, the rims will also get dirty. The reflections on the car are too accurate and precisely detailed. In CPM 2, we can literally upgrade each and every part of the car engine. So CPM 2 gets a point for having better details. The CPM 2 and CPM 1 map is exactly the same. Except that in CPM 2, there's a lot of new locations, which might get added in CPM 1 later on. So CPM 2 gets a point for having a bigger map. The features in CPM 2 are amazing, don't get me wrong. But some features like hiding the UI do not work. There's less phone features, and we cannot turn off the car stability help. In CPM 2, we don't even have the option to make our own custom gearbox. Not to mention that we cannot open the car doors, like in CPM 1. In CPM 2, we also don't have this feature to change the color of the sun, ambient, and the direction of the shadows. So CPM 1 is going to get the point for having better features. CPM 2 have 154 cars, and CPM 1 have 167 cars. In CPM 2, there's a new car garage system. So basically, you can only own 3 cars. And if you want to own more cars, you will have to buy car slots, which cost 100 coins. And the only way to get coins is by buying them with real money. Whereas in CPM 1, you can own as many cars as you wish, without paying for any car slots. So CPM 1 gets a point for having more cars and for being able to own more cars without paying any real money. And by the way, this is the size of both games. CPM 2 is 2 times the size of CPM 1. And did I tell you that you cannot play CPM 2 offline or without internet access? So I am happy to tell you that the better game is CPM 1. Let me know on the comment section which game you think is better.